everyone, and welcome back to another video. So I've been getting a lot of books in recently, so I wanted to do a book haul. Now, I'm not entirely sure if all of these, like if I have all of my new books that I've gotten in the last a couple months or few months since I've done my last book haul video. So I do apologize if I'm missing any, or if I'm showing some that I've already shown. I don't think I'm going to be, but figured I'd go ahead and say that at the beginning just in case you guys are like, you've already shown me that one. So, but without further ado, we've got two stacks today. They're not like big stacks, but and like some of these I'm gonna like combine and stuff because they are part of the same series. But without further ado, let's get started. So the first books that I want to show off, they are part of the same series. They're part of the Covenant series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I showed you the first one, which is Half-Blood. So in the last 2-ish months, I've gotten 3 more. So the second one is Pure, and it's got blue sprayed edges. The third one is called Deity, and it's got red sprayed edges. And then the fourth one is Apollyon, and it's got yellow sprayed edges. So yeah, you're probably thinking like, why are you buying all this series that you haven't read yet or whatever? But I kind of do that just because like these, for example, were all pre-order and I love them. So, and I've also read the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have not read the 5th one yet, but I like her writing, so I'm pretty positive I'm gonna like these. So that was why I just went ahead and was like, pre-order all of them. So I want to say there's one more. I could be wrong. I don't even know when these were published, to be fair, because I think these are like redesigned. So the copyright says 2012, 2022, and 2024. It was originally self-published by her in 2012. That's interesting. I did not know that. But these are 3 more in the Covenant series. I really do need to start picking that up. I just, my backlog with books is just tremendous. So we'll see how I feel. I might decide to pick up Half-Blood here soon. But 3 more in the Covenant series. Beautiful sprayed edges. I'm super excited to have these on my shelf. The next one I want to show off is The Cursed. And this is the second one that comes after The Coven by Harper L. Woods. And I had to get this on my shelf as well because it's just absolutely gorgeous. So this is, oh my gosh, and it's like the inside is gorgeous too. Like I'm pretty sure this has already been published as well. It says it was copyrighted but in 2023. This is the first hardcover edition. So these must have been originally published in paperback and then got republished in hardback and special edition covers if you like first pre-order them. So if you try to get maybe another hardcover later or the paperback, it's going to be different. So yeah, and it's small. Both of them actually. Like the other one is right here. They're super tiny. to be honest, this would be a super easy read because it's under 300 pages. So usually, like, you would think, like, under 300 pages would be considered a novella. But I'm not entirely sure if this is considered a novella, or if, like, both of them are, or if this is just a very short series. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if there's gonna be a third one. Right now there's only 2. So yeah, but these are both on my shelf now. I'm super excited to have them. And it's just, ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited to read them. These might have to be moved up because they are so short. We'll see. The next book I got, this was a pre-order as well, and it is Between Dragons and Their Wrath by Devin Madsen. So this is an epic fantasy, and it's got, you know, dragons in it. How can you not want a book about dragons? So I will read the synopsis in the back for you. It's pretty short, but when I read it, I was just like, oh my gosh, have to get it. So here's the synopsis. Conquest built the Salice Basin. Now, as old angers resurface and threaten to tear it apart, 3 people's lives become intertwined in the shadow of revolution. Tessa, a glassblower's apprentice with a talent for poisons, becomes a false tribute bride, perfectly placed for sabotage in the enemy's court, but her heart has other plans. Now Lee is a laundress for an eccentric alchemist, a job that has left her with strange new abilities that attract the notice of the city's underground rules, who embroil her in their schemes. And in the desolate Shield Mountains, sharp-shooting dragon rider Ashadi hunts the monsters of the sands beyond, until an enemy's impossible shot pierces his dragon's glass scales and he becomes the hunted one. As chaos sweeps across the land, they must fight not just to survive, but to remake their world. So, like, this is gonna have political scheming in it. I feel like there's gonna probably be a little bit of, like, a love interest at some point. And then, you know, a dragon and his rider being hunted, which I hope that, you know, nothing happened to the dragon, because that would just be terrible. I hate it when things happen to animals, and I know dragons are a mythical creature, but still, I would be sad if something happened to the dragon. So yeah, this just sounds super great. I'm super excited to pick it up, and I think the second one, I haven't found a, like, when it's going to be published date yet, but I will definitely be keeping a lookout because I know for a fact I'm going to like this, and I cannot wait to read anything and everything by this author. The next pre-order I got, and I actually just got this, like, and it is The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen, and this is gorgeous. I mean, and on the back, I'm just going to tell you what the back is. I'm not going to read the synopsis because, to be quite fair, I'm pretty positive it's like a fantasy romance kind of thing. But, like, maybe enemies to lovers, maybe? I'm not sure, but I read the synopsis before I pre-ordered it, and it sounded amazing, but it's been a while, so I don't remember what it is, and I kind of want to keep it that way. So the back says, she'll fight for her life for the god of death. I don't know. Maybe is she in love with the god of death? Is there something between her and the god of death? Like, I don't know. I'm excited. And this, like, I think has got, like, Mount Olympus vibes, maybe. You know, Greek mythology. Especially because of the sprayed edge. Like, I don't know, it sounds really good to me, and the book is absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Then I got Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Poranki. I apologize if I said that wrong. But this, oh, I pre-ordered this as well. A lot of these that you've seen have been pre-orders. That is what I'm doing right now. But this is supposed to be a fantasy romance, and I believe like this girl, she goes into the forest and then she meets a demon. But I will read you the synopsis. The book cover is absolutely gorgeous and it's not that long. So here is the synopsis. Liska knows that magic is monstrous and its practitioners are monsters. She has done everything possible to suppress her own magic to disastrous consequences. Desperate to be free of it, Liska flees her small village and delves into the dangerous demon-infested spirit wood to steal a mythical fern flower. If she plucks it, she can use its one wish to banish her powers. Everyone who has sought the fern flower has fallen prey to unknown horrors, so when Liska is caught by the demon warden of the wood, called the Lessie, a bargain seems better than death. 1 year of servitude in exchange for the fern flower's wish. Whisked away to the Lessie's crumbling manor, Liska soon makes an unsettling discovery. She is not the first person to strike this bargain, and all her predecessors have mysteriously vanished. If Liska wants to survive the year and return home, she must unravel her host's spool of secrets and face the ghosts, figurative and literal, of his past. Because something wakes in the woods, something deadly and without mercy, something that frightens even the Lessie. And it cannot be defeated unless Liska embraces the monster she's always feared becoming. Like, that just sounds absolutely amazing. I think this is going to be whimsical. I think it is going to have tons of mystery and, you know, information, and I love that stuff in books. The more you give me, the better. So I am super excited to pick this up. Now, the next several I have gotten have been Book of the Month books that I have gotten. So bear with me. I do have a good amount. I don't just like to get, you know, my 1 credit that I get. I like to get more because Book of the Month just has great book selections. So I always seem to find a book that I want. I think I've only skipped 1 month in my whole time with Book of the Month, like being a subscriber to their book box. So if you want to check it out, you definitely should. So Book of the Month has been doing these like short story volumes, and I'm pretty sure I showed you the green one that I have, but I also got the blue one and recently the pink one. So there's different authors that have written the short stories for these. Like in the pink one, I see in the back Olivia Blake has one. Let's see if I know anybody else. Kate Brody, Whitney Collins. So like these, and they're super short. So I've been meaning to read some more like short story forms. So that is another reason why I picked these up. Plus, like, I love what they've done. It's like super, super cute. And, you know, they had green, blue, pink. So I can't wait to see what else they have come out on for their short stories. So my next book is Hera by Jennifer Saint, and this is a oh, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Greek mythology because, you know, Hera is the wife of Zeus, and so I think this is her story. So even the gods must have their queen is the big top. So this book is about Hera and her life as being the wife of Zeus, and I think it's a reimagining of the myth, so I'm excited to read this. I'm trying to remember if I've read any of Jennifer Saint. I don't think I have, but I know I have another one of her books on my shelf. So if I really like this, then I'll probably like pick up the other one that she has. Or I might vice versa pick up that one that I have and then this one. It all depends. But I've heard really, really good things about this one, so it might be picking this one up first. The next book I got was The God of the Woods, and this is, I'm pretty positive, like a magical realism kind of story. I wouldn't necessarily call it fantasy, but it could be like historical fiction fantasy a little bit. But I will read you the synopsis. It sounds so good. Early morning, August 1975, a camp counselor discovers an empty bunk. Its occupant, Barbara Van Laar, has gone missing. Barbara isn't just any 13-year-old. She's the daughter of the family that owns the summer camp and employs most of the region's residents. And this isn't the first time a Van Laar child has disappeared. Barbara's older brother similarly vanished 14 years ago, never to be found. As a panicked search begins, a thrilling drama unfolds, chasing down the layered mysteries of the Van Laar family and the blue-collar community living and working in its shadows. Moore's multi-threaded story invites readers into a rich and gripping dynasty of secrets. So, it's got a little bit of mystery in it. I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of like magic in it as well. But I'm like super, super excited to read this. It's, I think, a little bit different than what I normally pick up, but I mean, it just sounds so good. So I am super excited to pick this up. It is chunky, but that is okay. The next book I got is the Ornithologists' Field Guide to Love. And this was by India Holton. The cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love the color combination. And this one, it is about Beth Pickering is on the verge of finally capturing the rare death whistle bird when Professor Devon Lockley swoops in, stealing both her bird and her imagination like a villain. I'll bet a handsome and charming villain, but that's beside the point. As someone highly educated in the ruthless discipline of ornithology, Beth knows trouble when she sees it, and she is determined to keep her distance from Devon. For his part, Devon has never been more smitten than when he first sets eyes on Professor Beth Pickering. She's so pretty, so polite, so capable of bringing down a fiery, deadly bird using only her wits. In other words, an angel. Devon understands he must not get close to her, however, since they're professional rivals. When a competition to become Birder of the Year by capturing an endangered caladrus bird is announced, Beth and Devon are forced to team up to have any chance of winning. Now keeping their distance becomes a question of one bed or two, but they must take the risk because foul play is afoot and they can't trust anyone else. For all may be fair in love and war, but this is ornithology. So this sounds great. So you've got two professors of ornithology and basically a love story. And birds. Like, what else do you want? It sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm super excited to pick this up. I just cannot wait. Next book is A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. This is her newest release, and she doesn't usually write big books, but and so this is like absolutely perfect. I'm excited to read this. The only T. Kingfisher story I read was Nettle and Bone, and I absolutely loved it. I've been meaning to pick up more of her works. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I think Thorn's Edge is another one by her, and I've heard some really good things about that one as well, so I need to get that one on my shelf. But this one came in Book of the Month, so I just had to get it. So I am super excited to pick this up. You cannot go wrong with a T. Kingfisher story. So the recent Book of the Month box set I just got, I got 3 books in it, and one of the books was Chloe Gong's second book in her new series, Flesh and False Gods series, and it is called Violin Things. I really enjoyed the first book in this, so I am super excited to be picking this one up here soon. I was just so excited that Book of the Month had this. Now, I don't remember if I had it pre-ordered somewhere else. I don't think I did, so I really need to double check that, because I don't need 2 of them on my shelf, but I love this. The cover coincides with the other cover. The first one was black, this one is blue. I'm super excited to get back into this world. The next book I got is A Song to Drowned Rivers by Anne Lang. And first off, this cover is super smooth. It is absolutely beautiful. And I'm pretty positive that this is a story about a girl who is blessed with being pretty, basically. And so she goes and has to like woo a king or something. I'll read the synopsis for you guys. But when I first read the synopsis, it just sounded absolutely amazing. So I had to pick it up. Like, you can't go wrong with something like this. So here's the synopsis. She's beauty is seen as a blessing to the villagers of Yu. Convinced that the best fate for a girl is to marry well and support her family. When she draws the attention of the famous young military advisor, Fan Li, he presents her with a rare opportunity to use her beauty as a weapon, one that could topple the rival neighboring kingdom of Wu, improve the lives of her people, and avenge her sister's murder. All she has to do is infiltrate the enemy palace as a spy, seduce their immoral king, and weaken them from within. Trained by Fan Li in everything from classical instruments to concealing emotion, she hones her beauty into the perfect blade, but she knows Fan Li can see through every deception she masters, the attraction between them burning away any falsehoods. Once inside the enemy palace, she finds herself under the hungry gaze of the king's advisors, while the king himself shows her great affection. Despite his gentleness, a brutality lurks, and she knows she can never let her guard down. But the higher she climbs in the Wu court, the farther she and Fan Li have to fall, and if she is unmasked as a traitor, she will bring both kingdoms down. Like, that sounds great. I cannot wait to pick this up. This is going to be so good. So I will let you guys know what I think. The next book I got, and I don't know why it called to me, but it's a paranormal romance, and it's kind of got like a haunted house vibe, and if you fall in love, you die or something like that. So like, it just sounded super exciting, super like thrilling. So that's why I decided to put it in my box. But that is Fantasma by Kaylee Smith. First off, the cover is kind of good. Like, it's got all these flowers and a skull, and like, it's pretty cool. It is a chunker, but I mean, why not? Like, here's the little front. It says, "The only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart." So there's going to be a game. There's going to be potential death, love. I mean, what else could you want? This is going to be a thrilling experience, that is for sure, and I cannot wait. So the last 2 books I got through my my Broken Binding subscription, and that is Jade City. I have not gotten the 3rd one yet, but I'm still going to show these off. So it's Jade City and Jade War by Fonda Lee, and I just think Book of the Month, Broken Binding did a great job. Here's both of the front covers. And then you've got quotes on the back. You've got beautiful sprayed edges. I mean, these are just absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to get the third one. It should be here soonish. And then the next one, that book that Broken Binding is doing is going to be fantastic as well. But these two I'm super excited to have on my shelf. Now I do have the paperback versions of these, so I'm not sure which ones I'm gonna read. These ones are just so pretty. I just don't want to like ruin them, but at the same time, like, that's why you have books, is to read them, right? So super excited to have these on my shelf. Can't wait to have the completed set, which will be soon. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous books. Well, everyone, that is my book haul. I know it was a good amount. A lot of them came from Book of the Month. But I mean, they've got a great selection, so I can't help it. I will have some more pre-orders that come in within the last half of the year, or last quarter of the year. So I'm super excited to show those off to you guys when they get here. But hopefully you liked it. Let me know if you have any of these on your shelf, or if you're interested in any of these. Also, let me know if you've read any of them and what you thought about their book. I would absolutely love to know and discuss in the comments. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and be good people.
When you feel it's